Hey guys, I'm Dan from Sana Ayurveda and Ayurveda NJ, and this is our first Q&A video. So these videos are all about you guys. So you have questions and hopefully I have answers, and if I don't have answers, I will research my butt off so that I do have answers. So send any questions that you have to ayurveda@sananj.com and we'll be happy to answer them. You'll see in some episodes we have a theme, so next week we have a whole video on hair care. So if you have any questions about maintaining your hair, about Ayurvedic beauty, or about, keeping your hair, then be sure to email us. And some of our episodes will be all over the place. That'll be more like today's. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you submit your questions. I hope you stay curious. And let's get started. Question 1 here is, what do you mean by Kapha season? Kapha season. Kapha season is the time of year that the qualities of Kapha dosha are most prevalent. So Kapha dosha, we look at the qualities, things like coolness, heaviness, dampness, density, wetness, softness. You look at the elemental makeup, earth and water. You know, when you combine those two together, you don't get Captain Planet, you get mud. And that's what we have outside, nowadays. It's Kapha season in New Jersey is late winter and spring. And it's this time where things are, long gray days where you feel a little bit tired, where maybe your seasonal affective disorder is starting to kick in a little bit heavier. You have a little bit of this humidity coming, but not enough that it's very hot. It still feels wet and damp and heavy and a little bit gross, right? It's also a time that allergies start coming in. The seat of Kapha is the chest, the lungs. So allergies come in, mucus comes in, you might find yourself sneezing, you might be going through a box of Kleenex every other day, which is incredible, but it's what happens this time of year. So how do we treat Kapha season? There's a central tenet to Ayurveda, which says, likes increase likes, opposites balance. So how do we treat Kapha season? How do we stay balanced and happy and feeling good this time of year? Opposites balance opposite qualities. So that means move your butt a little bit, more rigorous exercise. This is a good time to go jogging, to go, to the gym, to do your more vigorous exercise. It's a good time to eat more lightening food. The first food that comes out, the first natural food, first vegetable that comes out are your bitter greens. Bitter is a beautiful blood purifier. It's a beautiful taste for losing some of the excess weight that we put on during the long winter, which is perfect evolutionary. Don't fret about that. You'll lose it easy enough in Kapha season. It's a good time to eat your spices. It's a good time to eat drier foods, lighter foods. Once salad season starts and you have fresh salads, totally fine thing to eat. So enjoy Kapha season. Enjoy this time of new beginnings. Get outside. Look at the flowers bloom. It's a beautiful time. It's a enthusiastic, exuberant time, and have some fun with it. Number 2, can Ayurveda help me manage my anxiety? Can Ayurveda help my anxiety? Really, guys? Of course Ayurveda can help your anxiety. Yoga, pranayama, mindfulness, meditation, all incredible tools for managing anxiety. If you're practicing yoga, make sure that it's not too vigorous, because that can actually bring more up. But you do want to be rhythmic. You do want to be something that at the end of class during Shavasana you feel like you're relaxed and you feel rejuvenated. That doesn't mean it has to be yin, it doesn't have to be restorative, it doesn't have to be super slow. But again, this boundary point, one that you can really sink into that experience. Also good, pranayama, so that's going to be breath work. 2 great techniques, or let's say 3 great techniques. 1, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. 2, Dirga Pranayama, 3-part breathing, stomach, chest, clavicles, shoulders, and then up front, exhaling from the top to the bottom. And 3rd one, Brahmari breath. That's going to be the B sound breath, and we could have more discussion on them in later videos. If you want to learn how to practice these techniques, great questions to ask, and we can cover that in a future video. And then finally, meditation is a medication for anything. And I'm going to say that again. Meditation is a medication for pretty much anything and everything. Everyone should meditate. It does wonders for your quality of life and your health. Now, if sitting quietly just isn't going to work, and it probably won't if you have anxiety, because then once you quiet down, the thoughts just bam, start blasting out, right? Instead, do a mindfulness activity. Go for a mindful walk, admire nature. Again, it's Kapha season right now. Once everything's gonna start turning green really soon, the trees are gonna bloom, there's gonna be flowers blooming. What a great time to just look around in awe. You can also journal. Free journaling, great activity. Write with no filter, anything that comes into your mind, write. That does a beautiful task of disassociating your thoughts from yourself. You get to take that witness mentality of seeing the thoughts right on paper and seeing yourself not judge the thoughts, not react to the thoughts, but just let the thoughts fly. Wonderful cathartic experience and a great way to look back and see general themes. Another way you can manage your anxiety is with a Vata pacifying diet. Most times anxiety comes from high Vata. I don't want to have a huge discussion on this, so I'm going to just say a couple words. That's going to be moist foods, that's going to be using your oils, that's going to be cooked foods, nothing raw. It's going to be soul satisfying foods. That doesn't mean you're, fried chicken or anything like that. You want real whole foods, but things that you feel nurtured and nourished by. You want to favor the taste of neutral, sweet. That doesn't mean cake, that means something more like white rice or milk, which again, grains and dairy we could have a whole discussion on later. Feel free to email. You're going to want to take tastes like sour and salty as well. These are 4 wonderful tastes for balancing Vata dosha. And you want to eat mindfully with a lot of enjoyment, not on the run. And then the third way you could balance your anxiety is finding a routine, keeping a routine. A lot of anxiety happens from not knowing what's coming, from really having to predict the future, or from feeling like we don't have a grasp on life, like life is slipping through our fingers like sand, right? So having some sort of routine, it doesn't have to be steadfast. It could just be maybe your meal times, your bedtime, and your rise time. And that doesn't have to be the same time. It could be maybe an hour or a 2-hour window for each of these. But that gives you some regularity. Bedtime, best time is between 9 and 10. Rise time, anywhere between 5 and 7 in the morning, we can say. Great time to wake up. Breakfast, once you're ready for it in the morning. Lunch around noon. Dinner about 3-4 hours before bed. And try that out. You'll be surprised what having a routine can really do for you. Now I want to have a little Dharma talk with you guys. I'm going to try to keep this guy short here, but it's a really potent conversation piece that you guys should really be thinking about. The topic today is energy. Managing your energy, why you might have plentiful energy, bountiful energy, or the opposite, not so much. And why it's important to have high energy and what it means to have high energy. Let's get started. All right, so first off, what do I mean by energy and why is energy important? So when you think about someone with high energy, you tend to think about the person that's like hopping around the place, right? And is here and there and all over. It's talking really fast and it's all over the place, really excited about everything. And it's like, what's that? Like I feel like that's the attention span of that dog from the movie Up, right? Like, oh, squirrel, right? Or that person who's just a million places at once. You just want to take their feet and ground them down and tie them to a chair, right? Not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about more locomotive style energy. This deep, pulsating, rhythmic, steady energy. This energy where you're ready for bed at night and you have deep, restful sleep and you get up and you're exuberant and ready for the day. And you're able to live your life and you're able to, live a life where you don't feel like you're compromising anything, where you feel strong through life, where you feel powerful through life, where you feel like you're yourself. Now, a lot of us have a limited amount of energy and aren't able to live this high energy lifestyle that we may want to or that may bequeath us in the best way. A lot of us find excuses. A lot of us find dissatisfaction. A lot of us just have a lifestyle where at the end of the day we get home, we don't want to pursue our hobbies and things that bring life and light to us. Instead we just plunk down on the couch, turn on the TV, crack open a beer or a glass of wine and have some TV dinner, whatever it may be. And the next morning we get up and we feel uninspired and we wake up and it's almost like, oh, another day, right? And that shouldn't happen in life. Life is a gift. We should be enthusiastic and appreciative to live. What are some reasons that we may not have high energy? And there can be just a huge slew of reasons. And to really identify what it is, I do recommend seeing a Ayurvedic coach like myself or anyone who might be near you. We can set up an appointment online, you can do it in person, or find someone that you could jive with, vibe with, and who's knowledgeable. But a few reasons can be things very simple. Incompatible diet to your body type. Incompatible lifestyle to your body type. It could be things that are deeper. It could be having poor relationships. It could be having energy vampires in your life. It can be having an occupation or a lifestyle which isn't satisfying you down deep. Paulo Coelho in The Alchemist calls it your personal legend, or in yoga we use the word dharma. The thing that you're put on this earth to do. When you don't live that life, you don't have the energy to pursue any other life. And that seems like a jailer's type of fate, but it's not. Living the life that you are meant to live is one of joy and love and passion. So why is your energy maybe a little bit lower? There's a myriad of reasons, a huge amount. I really recommend seeking an Ayurvedic coaching or consultation to really discern what it is. But we can just start to list off a few. So it can be something simple enough like an incompatible diet to your constitution, an incompatible lifestyle to your constitution. It might be something like toxins in your blood or toxins in your body, which a lot of us have, and especially we accumulate them through life. It might be a medical condition that you have, which there's things that we can still do regardless of what's going on medically. On the flip side, there's some things that can be a lot deeper. It can be something like having poor relationships, lack of satisfaction in life, energy vampires in your life, people that are just sucking you dry. It can be having a negative mindset on life. Instead of seeing troubles as opportunities, we see troubles as curses, right? One big one that I see happening all the time, it's almost an epidemic. One of the main reasons we don't have this high energy lifestyle is that we're not living our dharma, or as Paulo Coelho calls in The Alchemist, your personal legend. That thing that you are put on this earth to do, that thing that makes your eyes shine and luster, that thing that makes you smile, that thing that makes you just pop out of bed every morning and say, I am excited for this day. All of us have a reason to live. All of us have this, proclivity towards greatness, and that can be so many things. It might be to be a mother, it might mean to be an athlete, it might mean to be a computer programmer, it might be to be a journeyer or a wanderer, it might be to be a philosopher, whatever it may be. And a lot of times we don't do that because maybe we didn't have our parents' support, or maybe society frowns upon it, or maybe we just didn't have the strength and the conviction to follow that thing because a safer, more comfortable path seemed to be laid out in front of us. And regardless of what your age is, regardless of what your occupation is, regardless of what your medical condition is, regardless of what your gender is, regardless of any other excuse you may have, it is never, ever, ever too late to come onto your spiritual path. And that is what it is. It's your spiritual path, following your dharma, achieving your personal legend, or moving in that way, or doing what gives you deep satisfaction. That is spirituality. You don't have to be praying to God or doing weird rituals or standing on one foot or whatever the heck it might be. Satisfaction, joy, love. This is spirituality. This is what Ayurveda gives. This is what yoga gives. This is what these sacred sciences give. When you have high energy, when you have life satisfaction, when you are living this exuberant life, when you're taking care of yourself to make sure you can do that, you live a life without excuses. You live a life that's powerful. You become all attractive. You become charismatic. You have enough strength to really be yourself. How often does it happen that you have a yearning, you want to do something, but then you think, man, I don't have the energy right now. I don't have the mood, or I'm not in the mood to defend myself. Man, when you have high energy, you do something so well, with so much fervor, with so much passion, with so much certainty that no one even doubts it. And if they doubt it, then they're only doubting it because they start doubting themselves. So when you have high energy, you become an inspiration for everyone around you. You make the world a better place because you show people that they can be what they want to be. We all have those yearnings inside, and that's what having high energy lets you achieve. On the flip side, when you have low energy, what happens? Self-pity, right? We let ourselves be walked all over. Things like, compromises. Okay, this is what I really want, but it's all right, guys. You can do that. You can have that. Of course, we need to have, in relationships, we're not going to get everything that we want. But instead of compromises, we can have solutions. And having high energy gives you the peace of mind to create a solution. Makes you want to achieve that solution because you have the energy to think out, all these different creative ways to achieve it. What else happens? In relationships, talking about relationships, when you have low energy, think about it. You have a long day. You get home after this long day, and then your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, kid, parent, whoever it is, let's say, I don't know. Oh, a lot of people don't like this. They're sitting, sorry for the example, they're sitting at the kitchen table and they're clipping their nails, right? And if you have high energy, you look at that and you're like, that's weird, whatever. You go to the person, like a human being, and you're like, hey, can you please do that, somewhere else? Can you please do that in the bathroom? And you have a normal conversation, right? But then you come home from work, you're tired, you see this person clipping their nails at the kitchen table, and all of a sudden you just, bam, you are off. That's disgusting, that is awful, you're selfish, how can you do that? Yada, 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 yada. And you create this whole argument, this whole rift that, tears this relationship apart or creates pain that doesn't need to be there just because you don't have the energy. When we don't have the energy, we fall into our depression or our anxiety, as we're talking about before, and we don't have that voice inside, that will inside that says, I do not have to do this. This is not me. I want to be happy. When we don't have energy, we don't want to be happy. When we don't have energy, we go through life like robots. Day after day, same thing. Gray days after gray days. And then what happens at the end? We look back and we regret and we fear death, and we live in a way that we're not, we live in a way that's not a celebration of life, but a fear of death. Not a celebration of life, but instead trying to escape death. And that's not a life at all. And again, achieving high energy isn't that hard. It can be as simple as starting good nutrition for your body-mind type, good lifestyle for your body-mind type, doing mindfulness-based activities to really discern what you want to do with your life. Taking stock of your relationships, making sure that everything is nurturing you and supporting you, and making sure that you're looking at life in a way that's optimistic and trying to catch yourself, cultivating the awareness to catch yourself every time that you come into that negativity, to look back and say, this is happening regardless. How can I turn this into a positive outlook? How can I turn this into something positive? Because we need troubles to grow strong. A weightlifter lifts heavy weights. That resistance makes the muscles bigger. Resistance in life makes us stronger. And having the strength allows us to have a container for energy. And having that energy allows us to live a happy, purposeful, satisfied, successful life. So guys, I hope we can all together start to muster up this high energy. We can make this world an amazing place by all living a high energy, exuberant life, living our personal legends, living our dharmas. That's my challenge to you guys. It's my offering to you guys. That's my plea to you guys. And if you have any questions about that, email us. If you have any questions about achieving that, email us. Let's use this as a chance to explore that more and more. Or if you'd like to, then contact me. We could do a consultation, a coaching session. I'll keep you accountable. So every time you fall back into that low energy, that self-pity, that negativity, I'll get you out of there. Or at least I'll make you ask yourself about it. And as we're ending the video, up there we'll have a link about that and about this Ayurveda New Jersey group, about Sana Ayurveda and all that fun stuff. Previous video right up there. Always fun stuff on the channel. And talking about our channel, click down there and subscribe to our channel. We'll have more of these videos, Larissa's Garden, and so many more fun videos. So, friends, thank you so much. Have an incredible week. I'll catch you next week. We'll talk about hair. Namaste.